Today on Kump, we have fake abductions, super weapons, and a story about bananas. Stay tuned! Hello, and welcome to Kump!
Hello.
Hello, Lucie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. Nice sweater.
It's a hoodie, but thanks.
Nice hoodie.
You just typically call people in hoodies wearing sweaters?
Sometimes, yeah. Honestly, I don't think in my mind I make much of a distinction between hoodies and sweaters.
Sounds like white privilege to me. Now, thank you. I procured this hoodie on a business trip I took to the city of Angeles.
Angeles. Never heard of that one.
What's the city of angels?
Oh.
I like to put my flair on it.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
The city of Angeles.
Yeah. It does seem like a colorful...
Los Angeles is what I was referring to, in case you were confused.
Yeah, it just seems like...
I had a business trip in L.A. I was trying to scab during the writer's strike. I was turned away.
You tried to scab?
I showed up at Netflix, at Hulu. I said, I'll write. I have these ideas.
What kind of ideas did you pitch them?
A movie about a man who keeps trying to eat rocks and just chokes to death. It's a metaphor for COVID. And then there was another one where another man, it's all men. None of these passed the Bechdel test. Another man shoots himself on the front lawn of a house. But it's not like my life because it was no one. He didn't know the people. He just did. But he's it's a mystery about that. Why did this man do it? He's just bored. Just
felt like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Citizen Kane kind of. It's like, what does it mean? The sleigh is like he's there. He's dead.
God, I don't know how the Writers Guild is gonna survive with people like you out there poaching our jobs.
Well,
because it's
so far so good for you Writers Guilders. Because I was turned away by force. I was escorted out of multiple buildings, and I did. But even though I was wearing this colorful shirt, which I procured at a lovely Los Angeles boutique, at the place I believe Ansel Elgort and Andrew Garfield frequent. It's called DXL. Have you heard of this? It's a lovely boutique.
It's French, right?
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Dixel. Dixel. Yeah. So there's that. But it was not a very fruitful trip. I lost my map. People might be wondering why I have this Memphis Grizzlies hat not there. I lost it on the plane because I was trying to sleep on the plane on the red eye back, and I took my hat off and it's gone. Which is fortuitous, I guess, because our friend, our confidant, a man we don't know, Ja Morant, is back in the news.
Really?
You haven't heard about this?
No, I haven't.
I think we still have it on our media thing. Does it still come up if I hit? I don't know what button to hit. We hit V1? Yeah, there he is. There's Ja Morant. We had him featured because he was dancing with his little gun. And let me get back to me.
The more time goes by, the cuter it looks.
It's a little gun. It's I advised him, hey, get a bigger gun. And he's back in the news for dancing again with a gun. This time with a maybe a slightly bigger gun.
Oh, okay.
He didn't take my advice though. Well, it's not big enough. He should get like a big Tommy gun. You know? Think of all the dancing you could do, Ja Morant, with a Tommy gun. Ja Morant is a basketball player, for those who are not sports fans. Memphis Grizzlies. That's the hat I was wearing before I lost it. And now he's suspended, I guess, indefinitely. I mean, they were done playing for the year anyway. They were out of the playoffs. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, now it's got me thinking, am I missing out? Is dancing with a gun like the most fun thing you can do?
I'm sure it's at the top of the list.
Because this guy, I mean, see if you can bring it up real quick. This guy is a multi-millionaire. He plays, basketball when you're him. Like, when I play basketball, it's not fun because I'm wheezing and I can't shoot and I don't know what the rules and I hit people. Best case, I hit someone. Best case, like I'm fast enough to hit somebody. Because like, you think I could hit LeBron James or Steph Curry? No, they wouldn't. I'm not even fast enough to hit them. But but when he plays basketball, he's just shooting the basket. He's weaving and dodging, it's got to be the most fun thing. And yet, what he loves to do more than anything else is dance with a gun.
Well, this time he's in a car with a gun, so it's kind of a play.
Here we go. Yeah,
on the original.
Let's play that clip. We'll just.
Oh, but he is dancing in the car. Yeah.
He was just someone's. Yeah, make that full screen. This is someone's. You can't find it on YouTube. Is popular with people commentating on these things. You can never find the original clip, but we'll just have this guy's thing featured, I guess. It's not coming up. I don't know. Never mind. Well, trust us. There's a man with a gun. Was that it? Okay, let's try it now. There he is. So that's him dancing in the car. He's just having the time of his life. Jumping around.
I haven't seen the gun
They're listening to rap music probably of some sort. Yeah, no, the first time I watched it, I didn't even see the gun. These people have it so out for this guy. They're catching the gun they're like sleuths.
They're looking for guns everywhere now.
They're rats.
Yeah.
Who are these rats?
Yeah, like who are these goody two-shoes who don't think that Ja Morant should be able to dance with a gun in his free time?
They really burn my ass. No, yeah.
This is probably the most. It has to be one of the more peaceful uses of the right to bear arms. Just having a nice little dance party.
I agree. I mean, with all the things that happen with guns, why is nothing in our studio work? Anyway, my buttons are all gone now. We'll be fine. With all the different things that can be done with guns, dancing seems like a nice. I mean, I gotta imagine. So, should we be doing this at our wedding? Is my point. We're getting married soon. Should I get a gun for the wedding? Should I get a gun and then, during our first dance, I'm just waving this gun around? Maybe you can have one too. What's gonna be our first dance song? Because everyone knows what I wanted. I was vetoed. It's fine. Men don't get what they want in this world.
Well, you were partially vetoed.
Whatever. What's the first dance song? Did we decided?
I don't know if we've officially decided yet.
We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. That's my second option. So we're dancing to We Didn't Start the Fire. Doris Duran, Ballet Day, Barry Lyndon's A-OK, whatever, however it goes. And I got a Glock. Or what are those ones that have those guns that have a sidebar that you hold where you shoot? Oh,
right, yeah.
Imagine that. I'm just shooting into the tent. That could be a lot of fun.
Shooting up through the tent.
Yeah, making holes. Make a skylight in this mother. So Ja Morant, who knows what's going to happen. I mean, worst case scenario, he gets kicked out of the league. He'll just have more time to play dancing with a gun.
I have to say, I admire that it's in neither of these videos, he's not really trying to look tough, really.
Yeah.
It's he's just really happy to be playing with a gun.
He's just thrilled.
Yeah.
This is just it's like a kid playing with a box.
Yeah.
When you give a kid a Tonka truck and he just takes the box and he pretends he's a spaceman. That's Ja Morant with his gun. People keep saying he's trying to act tough. Oh, you try. All these NBA players are out there going oh, you try to look tough. You try. You rep like this on the street. People are gonna test you. Who smiles like this? Yeah. I watched 5 seasons of The Wire. No one looked that happy. Right. What are they talking about? Boys in the Hood? Any of these movies? These what are these tales? What do they call those tales? Not foreboding tales, but
cautionary tales.
Cautionary tales. None of them have a smiling man with a gun.
Yeah, that's
true. I call bunk on that. Oh, kids gonna emulate him. Well, maybe they'll learn to be happy with their guns instead of shooting places they shouldn't shoot.
Yeah. I don't know if he's necessarily exercising optimal gun safety in these videos, but he doesn't seem to be he does. I don't think he's threatening anybody.
How do you wait? All of a sudden, you're a gun expert and you know when the safety's off or not? You think you have the safety off?
I I don't know.
That would be reckless.
That would be reckless.
To take the safety off just to dance.
I feel like no matter what, dangling it so that it's pointing down, it's probably not the best, like, it's probably not best to, like, be holding it like this.
Wasn't pointing at a person.
That's true. That's true.
That's rule one. I think one time I had a friend whose aunt was a cop, and she let us hold the gun.
Really?
Yeah, and then she told us it was unloaded. And so I just kind of was holding it, and I pointed at my brother or my friend, I forget. And she got very upset. And I was like, well, you said it was unloaded. Well, wait, what's the deal here?
But what if I'm lying?
Yeah. Oh, are you doing riddles? Or is the cop playing riddles with the gun?
It would be great if she had actually planned that as the lesson. It's like she was going to be like, I'm going to give these kids a loaded gun and tell them it's unloaded to teach them a lesson about how you always check if it's loaded.
Wow. I came this close to being a real tough guy. A real man. Imagine that. Imagine like, I killed a man once. You're like, really? He's like, yeah, it's my brother. It's an accident. Shot him with a gun. This cop tricked me. That would have been a great story. Do
you think toddlers who act, because, when I was, they always used to, I don't know if they're really around anymore, but
Let me stop you there real quick. Yes, they should have guns.
I always used to see those PSAs where it's like a toddler finds their parent's gun in a box, and points it at another little kid,
right,
or something. Like,
well, there was an HBO.
I wonder
film.
if those kids do become like hardened criminals after that.
I mean, you might as well. Like, it's like you come with the one you come to the dance. You dance with the one who brung you, right? That's the weird saying about like you have to dance with the ugly girl even though the hot girl wants to dance because the ugly girl brought you. Is that what that means?
I think so. And also guys, I think it applies to.
Yeah, like just because someone who's not in a wheelchair asks you to dance doesn't mean you can go gallivanting off with her. Yeah. Yeah. You stick with the egg.
I wonder if that would hold up under the new, principles about consent that are in the culture. Like, maybe you shouldn't have to dance with the one that brought you.
Yeah, it really seems like, hey, I asked you. Where you get off going? I asked you to a dance. What are you doing talking to some other guy?
What, just because some girl in a wheelchair brought you to a dance, that means you owe her now?
You
owe her your body?
You gonna make a fool out of me? Let's see what happens next. Yeah, you're right. It's not very progressive, is it?
It's the implication.
Dance with whoever, but with a gun. I mean, that's all I can think about now. Dancing with a gun. What? I mean, who in your family would your family be okay with that?
You dancing with a gun?
Yeah.
Probably not. They probably wouldn't want you to do that. Even the people amongst them who maybe are sympathetic to the
nature of guns.
To the gunmen.
The gunmen.
Yeah.
The gunmen.
I call those. That's what I call gun rights supporters.
Okay.
Not the gunmen. The gunmen.
The gunmen. I like that. I represent a subset of the gun handsmen. But
your interests don't always align, but a lot of the time they do.
What if I take a cue from our friend Arbor Dwyer and I scream at, stand back, this could hurt somebody. We didn't start the fire. Woo! Oh man. So Ja Morant, if it doesn't work out for him, we're gonna have him on the show. That's my plan. I think if he gets kicked out of the NBA, which I don't think will happen. He's a very popular boy.
I just want to have him on so we can just sincerely ask him, like, what is it about the gun that makes you so happy? Like, what?
I feel silly asking that because it's obvious. It's a gun. It's a gun. It's so great. What's better than a gun? Oh, man. Kids love candy. That's only because they don't have guns. Anyway.
And even don't they have little candy guns?
Kids are dumb.
Yeah,
but no, they do. I had toy guns. I had candy guns. I had like toy guns. You pull the AK-47. It was like a blue plastic AK-47, and you pull the thing back and loved it. Can't tell you how much I loved it. Imagine if it was real. Wow. So we got a lot of fun stuff today, don't we? What is going? I read this in the intro. About fake abduction. This is a story that Lucie brought.
I thought this was an interesting one. A girl basically faked her own abduction to hide the fact that she had dropped out of college.
Okay.
From her parents.
This is interesting. Well, I don't think it's been going on. I think our device is on the fritz. So, you know,
I'll just read
we
this.
don't have to have it on the screen. This
Woman-
is not, what is this, the multimedia hour, right? Kump the gun guy? No. This is a show. It's an audio podcast with video elements. We don't, so we'll just teach this to you through words.
Woman charged with faking her own abduction to hide fact that she dropped out of college, state police say.
Interesting.
She was going to Reese's. Do you know if
Reese's Pieces?
Do you know if Reese's is a good school?
I've never heard of it, so I assume it's great. I assume, no offense to anyone who went to Reese's, but it's not a real school. She dropped out of like a scam. Anyway. Oh wait, it's in Pennsylvania. I mean, it's got to be related because Hershey's from Pennsylvania.
I don't know if it's that Reese's.
I'm gonna look. Reese's, is it Reese's University?
Yeah, it's Reese. I guess that is how Reese's and Reese's Pieces is spelled.
It is. I mean, you're about to look silly.
Who's the Reese behind Reese's Pieces?
You're right. He probably did buy it off. He probably strong-armed his way into owning Reese's. Reese's University. Wait. Welcome to Reese's University. And it's it's Hershey land. Wait, what is this? All right.
Wait.
What's time for our thing that tour? Hold on. We can put this up. Hold on. Google that. Google Reese's University.
What, mascot?
The Fighting Cuppies.
Oh my God.
Just go to images.
Jesus.
Look at this. Look at that.
Oh my God.
That is Reese's University. You thought I was silly. They literally are the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup school. This is where this girl was she fake her death?
Abduction.
She faked like a kidnapping. What is going on at the University of Peanut Butter Cups? What has happened here?
If you can even a little bit fake your own kidnapping, I feel like you should be able to, even for a short period of time, you should be able to get in somewhere that isn't Reese's.
Yeah, if you have that ingenuity. What's happening here?
A 23-year-old Pennsylvania woman, a little old to be going to college. But
by the way, look, scroll up, scroll back. Scroll back to.
Oh,
this is the picture, by the way. Reese's University. I mean, it's orange like a peanut butter cup, but they try to make it look like it's like a real school with that crest.
A 23-year-old Pennsylvania woman allegedly faked her own abduction.
That's really old for a college student.
Yeah.
I mean, like either she's like, took a gap year or two, or she's like in a master's program in Reese's. Like,
right.
I kind of get like dropping out, like, oh, I screwed up college because your first year you got really drunk. Maybe your second year you got sexually opened up in a good way, like you discovered your
you got ran through in a liberating way.
Yeah, you stopped being an ugly duckling, and like, oh, now it's time for me to shine. But by year 3 or 4, let alone 23, I mean you should be graduated by 21 typically, right? I'm not saying I did. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's when I graduated. I think that's normal, but
that's,
like
17, 18 when you go, when you're 21, maybe 23. What is this? Anyway, let's keep going.
A 23-year-old woman allegedly faked her own abduction earlier this week in a far-fetched effort to hide the fact that she dropped out of college and wasn't about to graduate. Chloe Stein, 23, was arrested Tuesday evening.
Oh, okay. So she was about to graduate. Like, she was supposed to be like, I get it. I've been there. It's like, I mean, I don't know if she's hiding the transcripts, but she must have been like playing the long con. No, Daddy, I'm doing really good in astronomy class. I know all the planets. And she's just lying around. She's failing, and like, they're just bad parents who don't look at the college transcripts. Just keep dumping money at her. And it's like now it's like, and this started freshman year, so she's got a total of like 8 credits, all from a PE. And she's like, I can't give. They're basically like, oh, you graduated this semester, right? Uh-oh, jig is up. Let's fake a kidnapping.
Her Stein was last heard from Monday evening at 10:30 p.m. Her boyfriend tried to contact her again numerous times, but to no avail, police said. State police later heard from her family, who said they found her vehicle, a Volkswagen Beetle, abandoned on Radbar Road in the area of North Greengate Road. It was at that time that the family made a missing person declaration, and an expansive search for Stein was launched.
She left her. Her whole plan was leaving her car on the road. I mean, I don't know if your logic holds anymore. Then she should be able to get into Harvard because she. I
feel like this should get her into at least, Binghamton.
You think leaving your car? Wait. Look, it's one thing if she has if she faked like a hostage call, if she sent a letter with again, none of this is that impressive, but cut out magazine letters, did that whole gimmick. But you literally I left my car on the side of the road.
Yeah, but
hey! I know my math scores aren't amazing, but I did leave my Toyota Tercel. Are those still made? My Toyota Corolla on the side of a ditch. So how about you let me in?
I would respect, if I was the Binghamton admissions officer, I would respect the minimalism of that. I would probably want to know, I would probably want to know if she had maybe messed the car up a little bit or left a door open to make it seem like there was some kind of struggle.
I mean, all right, so let's play this out. All right. Hi, Miss Steiner?
Yeah, Chloe Stein. Yeah.
Her name is Stein?
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Stein. I was making you the person, but that's fine. Miss Chloe Stein. Hi. I'm looking at your transcripts here for Binghamton, which University, which you've also written. You just let me in because this is shit school apparently. I guess I don't know. That's fine though.
You should just let me in. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just looking at your score, your credits. You have one for bowling and one for interpretive dance, and the rest is all nothing.
I love bowling.
Yeah, no, bowling is great. It's not, but cool. Why should we? What have you done? Did you have extra? I mean, it seems bizarre. You're even here. Do you have extracurricular activities that you could
I fooled the police into thinking I was kidnapped.
Interesting. You think outside the box. Is this related to the grades?
Yeah, a little bit.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all coming together now. Okay. So why don't you just rattle off a few of the sophisticated ways that you trick the police, who don't really try to find people anyway. We know that.
So
They're really bad at it.
So I was in my car, and I was eating a Reese's peanut butter cup. And
Did they give you this for free at the school?
Oh, yeah, we get a lot of them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Must have been nice.
Cafeteria is packed to the brim with Reese's Pieces.
Wow, is that why you couldn't focus on school?
I mean, they're tasty.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I know, and I eat a Reese's Pieces.
I like to put them in my pussy too.
Wow. Okay, no, that's not appropriate. I'm a dean.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr.
I didn't become a dean by letting young women tell me what's in their pussy. You're not gonna Me Too me, lady.
So I was in my car. I was eating a Reese's Pieces, and
Reese's Pieces.
And I just left my car on the side of the road, which I know it doesn't sound like a lot.
Right, it doesn't sound like anything.
But
it sounds like you were probably just drunk and wandered off.
I didn't finish the Reese's Pieces, and everybody who knows me knows that I love Reese's Pieces. I would never not finish a Reese's Pieces.
It's like a sequel to E.T. What is this?
So they know that then they knew that I was kidnapped, even though I was faking it.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Get out of here! Get out of here! Go! I'm spraying you. I'm spraying you with a measuring spray bottle.
Oh God!
Yeah. Eat some. So what happened? Is she in jail now?
During the course of the phone call, we found that she had not been attending college for quite some time, almost at the point where it was over a year, maybe two. And
wait, where's this money going? Were they paying the tuition?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I guess. I mean, I don't know why I'm assuming because I didn't. My parents weren't paying my. Maybe she was getting a scholarship, or was she taking financial aid?
Maybe she was doing financial.
Maybe they have not. Maybe they really didn't. We're picturing. I mean, honestly, we're picturing parents who keep on top of this. Maybe chances are, if this is what this girl's doing, she might not have had the best parents.
Yeah.
Who care? She might have just telling them she's getting financial aid, putting here, putting there. But no. So where was she then? Wait. Where was she?
I guess the whole time she was at a friend's house.
This is crazy.
But, so then I guess she tells.
Just living in a friend's house.
Yeah.
Is it a boyfriend, you think?
No, I think it's a female friend.
It's so weird.
Oh, at the state police station, when she was found, Stein told officers she was pulled over and abducted, quote, by an unknown male who posed as a police officer. Okay, so she is making up a story. She is, trying to weave a tale.
But this is after they found her.
Yeah, this is after they found her.
Also, I just realized my theory falls apart because if you had parents who didn't care, you wouldn't have to fake anything. You wouldn't have to lie about going to college.
I mean, honestly, this is the dumbest lie ever because basically they find her at her friend's home. And it says when officers arrived, they found her safe inside and she was taken in for questioning. So basically, they just found her hanging out at a friend's house. And then,
playing Mario Kart.
This is the kind of thing where, cops, even when they're not geniuses, they can just see right through this kind of thing where it's look, you're obviously fine. And now we're, asking you questions about this thing you did. And now you're just like...
Oh, and then she starts telling people, no, some guy grabbed
I was abducted.
Wait, I'm confused. Did she faked it? So they were looking for her because she faked it.
Yeah.
Why not just park the car at the friend's house?
Yeah.
I'm so confused about how long was she supposed to be missing for?
I think she wanted it to look like she'd been taken from her car.
But if 2 years have passed, no one cares if she's not in college.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand. This doesn't make sense. These don't seem like if the parents didn't know that she wasn't in college, they don't seem like they would care that she wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't look at the transcripts, don't look at the aid. This just seems like she's trying to get on American Idol. Is that even still a show? Anyway.
Her friend Limani said she appeared to launch the hoax because she wasn't actually attending college. Quote, the fact of not going to school apparently for so long and maybe disappointing people was the reasoning behind it.
Well, she'll be a congressman one day. Congresswoman.
Yeah, probably.
This is where our country's headed.
This is another George Santos in the making.
I mean, it really makes you appreciate how good George Santos is.
Yeah.
Nothing better than warm Red Bull. Enjoyed by me. I don't know. Does Milton Hershey's family have anything to say about this?
They've been suspiciously quiet.
Have you ever been to Hershey Park?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you went to what's it, Hershey's Chocolate World?
Mm-hmm.
I once had a great I got some mugs when we went there as a kid. I had a mug with the dancing Reese's, probably the mascot of this stupid university. And I got, because Hershey's Chocolate World is like a fake, it's next to the park. It's a fake factory, I believe. You go through it and they're making Hershey's Kisses and chocolate, but I'm pretty sure it's not where they make the chocolate because there's no rats running around. There's no feces anywhere. So it can't be the real factory. No one's getting their hands caught in the thing that scrapes the beans.
I feel like Hershey World is a kind of it's a bad...
Hershey's Chocolate Land, you mean?
Hershey... I feel like Hershey's...
Or the Chocolate World. I can't remember.
Hershey's Chocolate Land.
Because Hershey Park is the theme park.
Hershey Park, that's what I mean.
Hershey's Chocolate World is the... you can buy hats out of Hershey's Kisses. It's a magical land for...
You're really towing the line on these definitions.
Fat, dumb kids.
Please use the proper dictionary definition of Hershey Park and Hershey's Chocolate.
Well, it's like saying you got assaulted at Epcot when you were really at Harry Potter World. Let's get it straight. We're a news outfit now.
I think Hershey's Chocolate World was a bad idea because I feel like that's when I first realized I was really excited to go there, and it's kind of where I first realized that Hershey's isn't that good.
Yeah,
because it's like you eat you eat a crazy amount of chocolate as a kid. You're just stuffing your face with the chocolate.
Yeah,
and then it's like by the end of it, you're just kind of this isn't that great.
We're not like kids and children in the ashes of Hiroshima being handed, GI, please give me a little bit of your chocolate ration. Or maybe in Vietnam they was. I think by Vietnam they're like, screw off, kid. This is my chocolate. But what was it like? If they were in Tokyo, I guess, occupied Tokyo. Just handing kids waxy chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not the best. I mean, I like a nice crackle, like a bite-sized crackle. their version of a.
I like a
Crunch
crackle
bar.
too.
Or Mr. Good Bar. Again, bite size. That's why at Halloween they hand out bite size Hershey's because it's all you want. You start eating a whole bunch of bricks and it's just like this tastes like a brown wax lip.
Mm. Yeah, I remember seeing one of the things I was fixated on at Hershey's Chocolate World when I went was that there was a giant crackle bar.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, that you could hold in like 2 hands.
Oh, you could buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did your parents buy it for you?
No.
Terrible parents.
I know it's disgusting.
I'm disgusted right now. I'm gonna make a speech about that at the wedding.
Yeah.
Disgusting chocolate. Now, do you think Godiva should have their own little theme park? Where it's just like the Italian mafia, like the original mafia, and they're just like, whacking people. I have no offense, Godiva. I'm sure you're not affiliated with the what do they call it over there? Nostra Costa?
Oh, is that their name?
Well, it's Cosa Nostra.
Cosa Nostra?
Well, that's what they call it here. I don't know what they call it over there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they were called.
You ever heard of Cosa? I shouldn't even be saying this. I could be clipped for saying this. Anyway, Godiva. Who knows what Godiva's into? Anyone who makes like chocolate that's edible wouldn't need to make a theme park.
Cadbury would make a good theme park.
Yeah, you used to have guys dressed up like Cadbury eggs, but it's just like they're shitting in diapers.
I was thinking more of like an Alice in Wonderland theme, but yeah, sure, that could work too.
How would that come into play?
Because I feel like Cadbury is more whimsical. Like it has more of a whimsical vibe to it. Like you should be riding around in little teapots at Cadbury. You should be doing things that are very British.
So you should literally be breaking copyright of Disney. The one thing you've thought of is like you're pitching me like you're just like lady pitching Cadbury like we have this idea. We're a PR company. You should have a theme park. All right, 2 words: Magic Mountain. Mickey Mouse.
Does Disney have a famous teacup thing?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't.
I've never been to. Look, I don't know.
Beauty and the Beast teacups?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was around in the 60s. Google the teacup ride. Jeez, I mean, I've never been to Disney. I don't care about Disney. I think Disney stinks.
Oh, this does look cute.
Yeah.
It's a Mad Tea Party. Oh, that's Alice in Wonderland. Right?
Oh, all right. Well, I guess Disney beat you to it. So I guess I see where you're coming from then.
But the fact that I thought
that's why you were saying
the fact that I thought about it in a parallel way, isn't that kind of impressive?
It came out like 85 years ago.
I basically have the same genius as the guy who designed that.
Why don't you invent blue jeans while you're at it? Pitch the microwave to GE. See what happens. Anyway, no. Look, I'll give you credit. Sure. The only one in the world who'll give you credit for the teacup, little teacup ride. So yeah, that's where Cadbury goes. So what's her name again? Her name's Stein.
Chloe Stein.
Chloe Stein.
Good luck to you.
We wish you the best. We should make a movie about this. We're getting into the movie business. Maybe we should option her story.
Yeah.
It's just her. But what would we need to add to make this like a more compelling movie? We'd have to be like we'd have to link it in with like, maybe Putin's involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
People don't like him lately. How do we link Putin with Reese University?
Or maybe she becomes sort of like an Elizabeth Smart. Like like the revelation is more prolonged.
The one from Handmaid's Tale?
Is it Elizabeth Smart, the one who was abducted?
Oh, so we make her more like a child who's actually abducted. Is what you're saying?
We just make it.
So you're saying we changed the story. So hey, here's what we're doing. Here's our pitch to MGM. We got this girl who faked her death or abduction from the chocolate university, from Peanut Butter Cup University to live at a friend's house. That's an interesting story. So what's your angle? Well, we're gonna take this story and make her actually abducted. It's not fun anymore. Now we're just making unsolved mysteries.
I was just thinking the charade lasts longer.
But Elizabeth Smart wasn't a charade, was it?
No, but like the charade lasts long enough for her to become Elizabeth Smart.
But she's abducted herself.
I know.
She's just living in a house. I mean, you're really doing a number on Elizabeth Smart. Like, look, basically, Elizabeth Smart is basically a girl who lived in a friend's house for 7 years. I remember this.
Well, look, if you factor in the Stockholm syndrome, they were kind of friends.
I guess. I mean, sort of. It's like, I mean, just for people who aren't familiar, and I'm not that familiar, I believe she was a young girl who was kidnapped, and then, you know, in the course of her I think she's probably kept in a locked cell or something for a while. And after a while, they started letting her walk around town. And so you think that's analogous to, like, a girl faking her kidnapping. This is troubling.
No, I'm just saying.
I'll make another speech about this at the wedding. This is troubling. Moving on, before you incriminate yourself. What else do we have? We have, speaking of Putin, who I brought up, you claim he has a new super weapon. Is this a verify, or is this another thing you made up?
The Daily Beast is...
I can't remember which ones they are. Are they the ones who, that Ben Shapiro?
No, that's somebody. I don't know who it is, but I'm not really sure what angle they usually take or whatever, but
no, we have to know that.
But
humiliation for Putin's unstoppable super weapons blasted out of sky by U.S. defense system. Oh, I think I might have heard about this. So they have some kind of hypersonic missiles. Is that the deal?
Yeah, but apparently, but we got him.
Imagine Robert Oppenheimer. Imagine, everyone knows who he is, right? He invented the atomic bomb with a bunch of people, a bunch of helpers, including Albert Einstein, I guess, right? And they're making a movie. Christopher Nolan's making a movie about him this summer. It's coming out. It's called Oppenheimer. Do you think he's like? I mean, he famously regretted it, right? Afterwards, but you think he would change his mind a little bit about the regret if he realized that, like, what was it, like 75 years later? People are still futzing around with other shit that isn't anywhere near as powerful. Oh, we got a hypersonic. I built an A-bomb.
I wonder if he'd be slightly disappointed too.
Yeah, no, of course you would. It's like inventing what's something great?
The internet.
It's like inventing the internet, and people are like, using the weird CB radios.
People just keep on using typewriters and complaining about them.
Yeah.
Complaining about how hard they are to use.
Right. It's like, oh, we got a new typewriter. I built the computer.
It's like we literally just keep on getting into wars over communication issues because nobody will switch to them.
Right. Why? No one. He's like, I know I regret. He's like, I would never have quoted the Kama Sutra. Not the Kama Sutra. The Kama Sutra.
What?
No, famously he quoted, what was it, the Bhagavad Gita, whatever it's called?
I have become death.
Yeah, is it the Bhagavad Gita?
I don't know if it's in the Bhagavad Gita or whatever.
I think it is. It's in the
Bhagavad
Gita.
Okay.
Yes.
If you say so, yeah.
You have no idea. I'm mostly right. I'm like a syllable off, and you're acting like it's
yeah, but you've lost credibility because you can't say it.
Oh, God.
Now, no one will believe you. No one will believe your story.
I'm shamed. But he quoted
it's from the Bible.
The Christian Bible. Shut your mouth. Anyway, wherever it's from, he quoted, I have become death, destroyer of worlds.
Yeah.
Do you think he would have, changed his... I don't think he would have said that if he realized that we weren't using his cool invention.
Yeah.
He assumed it was such a good thing, everyone would constantly use it.
Right.
And he's looking he's like, oh, because he's like, you tell him, like, oh, the Cold War. What Cold War? What do you mean? Like, oh yeah, we were all for 50 years really tense about maybe using the weapons. Maybe? Whatever. I assumed everyone would be throwing nukes at each other. This sucks.
Do you think, I always wonder, when he said that, people always imagine him saying it in a very solemn way.
Yeah.
But what are the odds he just kind of said it in kind of like a throwaway line? I become death, destroyer of worlds.
Hey, I become death. Destroyer of worlds here. I'm destroyer of worlds
And all
here.
the scientists are laughing around it.
I'm destroyer of worlds over here. Oh, I'm over here now. I have become death. I am Shiva, the god of death. I'll be back tonight. Oh. Anyway, I don't care about this story because it's not nukes. I'm so sick of hearing about things that aren't nukes. We fought the Iraq war over weapons of mass destruction. None of them are nukes. Oh, what was it? Yellow cake uranium.
Oh, right.
But
yeah.
no one's using that to make a bomb. Ridiculous.
What are you trying to taunt world leaders into using them?
I'm just saying, stop flexing so much.
Yeah.
Oh, we got anthrax. Whee! Come on. Anyway, what else? What did I pitch? We have to get to the things I pitched in the intro. That's the problem with these intros I do now. We have to get to them.
Do you want me to read any of this?
No.
No. Okay.
We milked it for we got our fun out of it. That's what the news just does.
But we just pump them and dump them.
Oh, this was one of the things. We can talk about it. I'm worried because sometimes I pitch things and I realize at the last thing. Oh, I didn't get to the story about the grandfather clock.
Yeah,
and then I have to milk that for hours.
Yeah, people love the new intro, but that's one of its complications.
Yeah, no, it's fine. If I wasn't a moron, it would be fine. Let's go. So you read some of the story.
6 infamous dagger missiles. That's a cool name for a missile.
I guess. I mean,
it's a missile that stabs you.
It's kind of a dumb name for a missile. It's like, hey, here's our new sword gun. Is it a sword or a gun? Because, like, honestly, if it's a gun, I'll back off. You got a sword. I got a gun. I got a knife. It's like, whatever.
I mean, that was probably the original name for, like, the bayonet or whatever they ended up calling
gun
it.
Sword.
Gun sword.
I mean, yeah.
Honestly, reading about that time in history would be cooler if they were called gun swords.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to imagine. I wonder how often guys use bayonets. Like, I mean, because
I think in the Civil War they were used a lot.
Well, because it took you like a minute and a half to load, right?
Right.
The pole and the thing.
Meanwhile, guys would be running at you, and you had to stabby, loady, shooty.
You think the best move is stabbing the guy in the ass?
Well, if you can get behind him, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll get behind him. Oh, believe you me, I'll get behind them.
I think it's actually really hard to get behind someone when you're
well, the whole thing is it's a long ass thing. So the idea is you scoop it up. I would make sure the bayonet's curved. So you kind of scoop it. Like I'm in front of you and like whoop.
Like
what?
Kind of like a what are they called? The thing that the Grim Reaper carries around. A scythe?
Scythe? Yeah, kind of like a scythe. Yeah. You think that's what the Grim Reaper? They don't show that in the cartoons and the Halloween candy. But you think that's what the Grim Reaper? What? For the Halloween decorations and the candy, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, usually if you see the Grim Reaper in a cartoon.
But he's not like scooping a guy's asshole out.
No, he's not doing that.
Right. that would be the move.
Yeah.
The next Halloween we should incorporate that somehow.
Yeah, we should.
But anyway, I forget what we're talking about. What's the story?
Anyway,
what's actually happening?
Yeah.
I hope a lot of people didn't die with the super weapon because now we've been goofing on it for tens of minutes maybe.
Russian officials must be reeling in utter disbelief. That's editorializing. After Ukraine claimed 6 of their most sophisticated missiles were blasted out of the sky in an incredible night of drama over Kiev.
We're just making this up as we go along. I'm on record was that you should not invade Ukraine. You shouldn't invade anybody. Mm-hmm. But first of all, was the CIA involved? Maybe, who knows? But I'm reading today in some other articles you don't have ready, but it doesn't matter. The CIA is like, oh yeah, we posted a web link for just the Russian people to to complain to us, and a lot of them are doing it. That's the director of operations of the CIA.
Right.
What you like? What? It's an article where the director of operations of the CIA is saying that we did something, which means we didn't do it.
Right.
It's not true. Your whole job, if you were doing your job normally, you would never say that. They protect their all that shit with the sources. We don't reveal that we can do certain things, so they don't know we can do them. And we're just the director of operations. That's the guy who runs all the spies. It's like, hey, by the way, we had this operation. It's working perfectly. That means it's fake. Well, this news is all. I'm not for Russia, but this is crazy. But go on.
When Ukraine's Defense Express outlet reported that just one KH-47 Dagger missile had been shot down with a U.S.-made Patriot air defense system earlier this month, it prompted fury in Russia. On Saturday, U.S. officials told CNN that the Russian missile attack on May 5th was targeting the Patriot itself. Russian officials called the interception, quote, wishful thinking, even as Ukrainian and U.S. officials made statements to the contrary. the Kremlin had believed these weapons were all but, quote, unstoppable.
Guys, this article sucks. It's just boring. And our thing was way better. This is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
We shouldn't doubt ourselves.
Yeah.
I know I have acquired the ability to read a headline and know what's going to be the article and then make up other things. It's called lying. But whatever. Let's move on. That's your super weapon. Some hypersonic shit that got shot out of the sky. No one's using nukes. No one should. But it's just like, you know, they blew their wad too quickly with the whole nuke thing back at the end of World War II. Because now it's harder to keep us interested in wars.
Right.
They had domino theory for a while. The communists are going to do this. Oh my God, let's go invade Mongolia. Whatever they were doing.
Wouldn't it be crazy if nuclear weapons didn't even exist?
Fake?
They're just fake.
I mean, that would be the craziest kind of like, denial conspiracy.
Yeah.
Probably. I wonder if they do exist. Like, if people are like, no, they just bulldozed Hiroshima. No, like the shadows, like people's shadows got melted into rocks. I mean, yeah, does that sound right? Well, it does sound weird. Because you've heard that before.
I have heard that.
The shadows were like, kind of like, and look, I get it. I was a photographer at one point. I understand the basic science behind that, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Are rocks photosensitive? I mean, they have to put silver halide on now I'm thinking about it. They got to put silver halide onto like this film. This was basically a gelatin coating, and the silver is what absorbs the light rays. Have you ever seen someone take a Polaroid picture with a rock? I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to. I believe nuclear weapons exist. I believe Hiroshima got nuked, but I'm just saying it makes more sense than flat Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, right.
Are we on to something?
I think we're on to onto something.
Fake nukes. Interesting. Should we leave with that? Nukes aren't real. This just in. Shadows are painted. They got a bulldozer. Those people just shot.
Yeah.
Like, those people didn't die? No, we shot them.
All of them.
Yeah. We have enough bullets for that? Yeah, it's fine. We made a lot of bullets in World War II. Crazy.
Should we go on to the next thing?
Well, next thing, we're promoting our fake nuke podcast. Our podcast is now called Fake Nukes.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, right. What's the last thing I promoted? Oh, the banana thing.
Oh, right.
Go to the banana story.
The one about the kid eating the banana?
There's two of them, actually, but I guess one's the important one.
A while back, there was a story about a kid who went on a field trip to a museum. There was a piece of art that was a banana taped to a wall.
The guy who ate a $120,000 banana in an art museum says he was just hungry. And this is a girl. This is the guy, or am I misgendering now? Am I going to get kicked off YouTube? Is that the guy? Is that the guy who ate the banana?
I don't think so. I think that's somebody else. I think that's another student pointing at it.
This story is such a weird non-story. They like just put some girl, because then people will see the girl with the banana. You get it. It's like, no, I don't get it. Now you get it. What you doing with that banana? I don't know. Looking at it. Anyway, go on.
An iteration of this is from the photo caption.
Mm-hmm.
An iteration of Maurizio's Catalan's quote comedian. That's what this piece was called.
By the way, the photo is a girl pointing at a banana duct taped to a wall. Why is this story not horse shit art in museum?
Yeah,
the art is literally a white wall. Let's bring this back up with a banana duct taped to it. Look. You gotta know. Look, this seems like something if I was in college, I did stuff like this. Like I've talked about having in film class, and I like got annoyed by like the people talking about like the metaphors in film. So we were watching Meet Me in St. Louis, the Judy Garland film, and I convinced and I was like making the point that it was about Japanese internment, and they all went with it.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, this is a version of me. Just, hey, I duct taped the banana to a wall. And everyone's like, oh, yeah. Like, you have to know when you can call bullshit.
Mm. Oh, yeah, for sure.
But no one ever does. The guy who ate the banana is the hero. but go on.
So this piece, Comedian, has previously sold for $120,000.
We're in the wrong business. We could make so much bullshit.
A college student who recently viewed the art in Seoul Museum said he ate the banana after skipping breakfast.
That's part of the art, right? That's got to be part of the gimmick.
It's got. You think that
we're getting Banksy here?
Yeah, maybe.
This is it may not be Banksy, but like we're getting Banksy'd. we're part of the problem because apparently this guy ate the banana. He either is the artist or he's friends with them.
Mm.
But
that would make sense. Yeah, it would make sense as a Banksy stunt.
Because that's the whole thing. Oh, someone ate the banana. Like otherwise, it's just like the story's done. So, like the people will eventually catch on. The banana's rotted, right?
I don't think so. I think it was relatively fresh. I don't know if they replace it in the banana from time to time.
That doesn't count. You can't just have
It seems like you should have to at least let the banana rot there.
Right. I mean, you can't just have a piece of art where you literally like Jackson Pollock was bad enough, and he was funded by the CIA, by the way. And they were like, "Oh, when he spackled the paint, shut up! It was an op." Jackson Pollock was a hack. Ed Harris either is part of it or we got played when he made that movie. Jackson Pollock can go to hell. I'll be burning right now with G. Gordon Liddy. I think he's still alive. Anyway, point is, at least that stayed on the wall. You can't have a thing where the only thing is like a banana duct taped to a wall, and then like every day a guy has to come by and like duct tape the banana again. It's not the same thing now. It's literally just a set of instructions. Hey, duct tape. How do you even buy that piece of art? How do you buy it? You just like it's literally just a card that says duct tape banana to a wall. Buy bananas, duct tape one to a wall every day. It's like an NFT.
How would you torture Jackson Pollock in hell? Because I have an idea that I think is pretty brilliant.
I'd make him draw something that wasn't just terrible. It would take him eternity.
I don't know if he could. Yeah, he couldn't do that.
Yeah, no. It was just, hey, draw something anyone cares about, loser.
I'm thinking, an anal torture machine.
Wow, you always go to this. It never stops.
An anal torture machine, but part of the machine's charm is that it will spray kind of like fecal and blood at a canvas, and it'll
spray fecal and blood,
fecal matter and blood at a canvas, and it will kind of be eternally making a Jackson Pollock painting out of Jackson Pollock's shit and blood.
This is kind of like a Hellraiser situation, which with the Cinnabons.
I felt like it was a Hellraiser idea.
Yeah. Here's the problem with that. I don't know that it plays to Jackson Pollock. Hey, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this thing up your ass, and it's gonna grind around and suck blood and feces out of you. Oh, that sounds terrible. And here's the coup de grace. That goes onto a canvas, just like your paintings. Yeah, that's not anything worse. Doesn't matter. I don't care where it goes. Please, I mean, if you want, I'll use fecal whatever. I couldn't care less where this fecal matter and blood and piss goes after you scrape it out of my ass with machines.
Demons and ghouls like irony. They wanna torture you with irony, not just with torture.
I think it's got maybe. I think it's better if this thing, you can stop this thing if you can draw a person. Oh yeah, combine the two ideas. Sure, I like that. Sure. I don't think he cares that the canvas is getting full of his crap. But maybe. I think it's more I think the grinding around his colon is really is the worst thing. But no, I get why you enjoy it more. But yeah, forever if he can draw like just a smiley face. Maybe it's, we cut it down by 10%. Yeah. I'm not even sure you can do that. The guy was just the worst. I hate Jackson Pollock. Yeah, he's pretty bad. But no, I like your clever thing. Thank you. It's important to me that you like it. Well, it should be. I'm an art critic. The art in question, comedian, is a frequently placed duct tape banana that is meant to evoke every... This happens a lot with us, by the way. And I cut you off a lot. I'm sorry. but this happens a lot with us where we'll rant for 10 minutes and the first sentence we read after that explains what we're talking about. The art in question, comedian, is a frequently placed duct tape banana that is meant to evoke everything from Charlie Chaplin's slapstick comedy, fuck you, what? to the fruit status as an emblem of global trade. I must have missed that scene in the Gold Rush or City Lights.
Charlie Chaplin didn't use bananas. He wasn't a hack.
Right.
Like, it's like, he wasn't he wasn't just some nobody silent actor slipping on bananas.
He was a pioneer of filmmaking.
Yeah.
He's one of the most important filmmakers of all time.
Yeah.
Bar none. Like, it's like...
He famously did like 100 takes for the scene where she meets the blind girl in City Lights.
Yeah.
Like, it's like...
if you've never seen a Charlie Chaplin film, like, you've just seen like little snippets, which I don't even know they think they do that anymore. Like, when we were kids, we had like Muppet Babies, where they would play little snippets of things, like a Charlie Chaplin thing. And, like, it would just play for, like, part of some thing.
Yeah.
And, be like, and so as a kid, I was aware of Chaplin. And so when I was older, I didn't realize, oh, these are like actual films that like are incredibly crafted. And for their time, just even now, but still immensely intricate. And either way, I don't know what the banana duct tape to a wall has to do with him.
Yeah. It's had nothing to do with
it. We're just the worst country. Wait, it wasn't even us though, was it? It was in,
I think maybe it was Italian, but
yeah, the Italians are having a laugh.
Nah.
So go on. Oh, and also Kubrick. Is it like Kubrick, the banana? Is the banana like Kubrick? It evokes Barry Lyndon.
Yeah. It spoke to the student in simpler terms, reminding him that he had skipped breakfast that morning. So as his visit to Seoul's Liam Museum of Art stretched past noon late last week, No seized the yellow fruit and ate it, ignoring the alarmed cry of a museum staffer.
I mean, who even care? It's replaced every day. It's like, whatever.
Right.
It's not even a thing. Like, the only reason it might not be a gimmick is because, like, it's not even a thing. It's like you just replace a banana every day. Or frequently. Like every 4 days. Okay. Oh, so someone had to go duct tape another banana on the wall? That took, like, what, 20 seconds? There wasn't a contingency? They not have bananas lying around? Yeah. There should be a bucket of bananas next to it.
It took Noah about 1 minute to yank the banana and eat it.
1 minute?
Yeah, I mean, don't you have to peel it?
It's a single piece of duct tape. Whatever.
When he was done, he reattached the peel to its spot on the wall. I feel like this kid wasn't really... They're trying to make it sound more innocent than it is. This kid wasn't hungry. He was taking the piss out of this piece of art.
Good for him.
Yeah, which is good. Yeah.
Either he's in on it or good for him. Either way, I feel like we got had by even talking about this. We're part of the what is this? The killing fields. Wait, that's not right.
What?
I don't know why I said that. Where the killing? That was bad, right? Indonesia.
Yeah, the killing fields aren't good.
It wasn't a metaphor, was it? That was a real tragedy, right?
The Wrecking Crew. Are we part of the Wrecking Crew?
The Beach Boys backup band?
Yeah, and a lot of other great artists, yeah.
Oh, who else did they do?
I think they did a lot of people.
Name one.
Look, it was a lot, okay?
Oh, okay. That was enough to correct me with. Others. The Poggle Woggles.
Not just the Beach Boys.
Don't you know the Poggle Woggles? They did the Beach Ball of My Life.
The Beach Boys, etc.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sure. Anyway.
No told the museum he ate the art because he was hungry. According, he's totally. I mean, assuming this is all real, like he's totally just trolling them.
This is just like a dead drop for the CIA.
Yeah.
What atrocity was like achieved by like this is all just done so they can assassinate some seemingly random guy in the museum. Hey, ate the banana. Get him. Yeah.
Hey, everybody, this kid's eating this banana.
Oh, don't eat the banana.
Just giving somebody a heart attack gun.
Stab him with the heart attack gun.
But No, who studies aesthetics and religion at Seoul National University.
That's the fakest thing I've heard so far.
Yeah.
He studies aesthetics and religion? What the hell is that? Well, like the cloak the priest wears while he's introducing the altar boy to... Well, you got it. Showing films to an altar boy? Great cinema?
Wait, why does this even matter if it's replaced all the time?
It does. That's what I just said. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
This is a big... is this The Onion? No, it's NPR. Might as well be.
But No, who studies aesthetics and religion at Seoul National University, also opined about the artist's intent in an interview with KBS, asking if the fruit, which is...
KBS? Is that like the New Zealand secret police.
Asking if the fruit, which is replaced every few days to keep the installation looking fresh, is meant to be eaten. Noah also suggested his own actions might qualify as art rather than a mere transgression, as he transformed Catalan's work and put it back on display. What did he wipe his shit on the wall?
Yeah, look, eat the banana, and then he should have showed him the next day and then scraped his shit on the wall.
Yeah.
Because that's the banana still.
He should have shaped his shit like a banana.
With the shit that came to the banana. That's
Yeah.
important. I think you're missing that. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, sure.
You have to make sure it's that shit.
We should do this with the Mona Lisa.
Yeah,
Can we eat the Mona Lisa? I mean, you can't. That's behind glass. But honestly,
ruminations like this are probably where Piss Christ came from.
Oh, yeah. I like Piss Christ. Actually, look, Piss Christ wasn't bad.
What is the gist of Piss Christ?
It's Christ, but like painted with piss.
Oh, okay, that is pretty simple.
Yeah, no. Maybe it might be a crucifix inside piss, or something. Either way, it's more than this. Here's the thing: the Mona Lisa is at the Louvre. It's famously behind just sheets of glass and impenetrable, bulletproof glass. But you go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, over on Fifth Avenue or whatever, and you see Monets and all sorts of great paintings, and you can get them, you can eat them.
Right.
I might go eat one of those lily pads or whatever he painted. What would happen if I ate a lily pad painting? I mean, who knows? If it's oil-based painting, it might kill me.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good for you, probably.
Look, it would destroy my insides. But would I be arrested?
I think so.
Yeah. What would be the charge? What are you gonna charge me with? Eating a painting? I didn't steal it.
What do they call it? Vandalism?
What did I vandalize? No, I guess it would. I scraped the lily pad out of the... Yeah, it's technically vandalism. Am I gonna do 5 years up in Rikers for vandalism?
It doesn't seem like enough for destroying a Monet.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'll probably... They'll find some other way to do it, right? Or will I get away with it? You could probably eat a Monet and not... Look, if I had to do 1 year for eating a Monet, I'd do it. I mean, if you're not familiar with Monet, shame on you. He was one of the founders of Impressionism, and later in life he got really fixated on lily pads. And I'm gonna eat one. I mean, honestly, for a year in jail is worth it. Would you have street cred in jail? Look, I know in certain things you do in jail, I imagine people are like, oh shit, that's the guy who did, who kissed Mike Tyson against his will.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of impressive things to people in jail.
Yeah, impressive but weird, not necessarily traditionally tough things.
Well, I mean, I think the tougher things are usually what they like. And I that was one of my examples, kissing Mike, which wouldn't be a real. I mean, what would something robbing a bank? I guess in a really cool way. If I ate a Monet, would they care? They don't know what Monet is. Most of these guys probably.
I bet a few of them would care.
I ate a Monet.
I think you'd be a novelty.
Hey, I ate a Monet. You ever know the Met? No. You know Fifth Avenue? Not really. It's a museum. You know what that means? You mean like the place where you send letters? That's a post office. I don't know the typical criminal in jail. I'm sure there's some art thieves in jail, but the odds of me being in the same cell block as them, and they probably wouldn't be that impressed. Because I would literally just kind of put my mouth to it and start biting. Perfect crime. I gotta do this now. I gotta eat a Monet.
A whole Monet?
I mean, as much as I can take.
Yeah.
As much as, I imagine you start biting into 200-year-old oil painting. It's gonna get rough. It's gonna get a little rough. But I mean, isn't cheese nowadays just oil? These have those craft cheese commercials. Our competitors are we make it with milk, but our competitors have oil and water. That's what they use to show that.
Oh right.
It's basically cheese. It's just cheese. It's bad cheese. It ain't Kraft. No one said it was gonna be Kraft. It's chili cheese. I'm gonna do this. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
If you're a fan of the pod, you might enjoy our Patreon, which is
I enjoy our Patreon.
It's patreon.com/RayCump, and you get an extra episode every week for $5 a month. And I think it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's good.
Enjoyable. And so you can do that. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.